It should be good.
Okay. Any spicy insider info that I need to know beforehand?
I'm not the person to ask about that.
Whoa.
I'm gonna say the entire.
You pull me up and I put you down. You gave me love, then I stole your crown. You let me in, then I pushed you out. Pushed you out, pushed you out. Don't let me make up for all these pain. I've been a mess, tied by all these chains. Open my eyes now, I finally see. Struck the key, yeah. Can we be free? You pull me up.
I hear the sounds of your heartbeat. I can hear it now. I can hear it now. I hear the sounds of your heartbeat. I can hear it now. I can hear it now. I hear the sounds of your heartbeat. I can hear it now. I can hear it now. I can hear it now. I can hear it now.
Hello, everybody. Just making sure levels are up. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another CCL week. Today we actually have a rematch from week 1, DSU versus SDSU.
Yeah, it should be a really fun series today. We got DSU making lots of improvements since that first week matchup between DSU and SDSU. So looking for this series to be much closer than it was last time. And
Yeah, definitely.
just excited to watch these games.
Yeah, we have seen a lot of improvement over the past couple weeks from actually High Weebler and the rest of the team as well, but definitely High Weebler is a huge focal point to pay attention to because the past couple weeks of actually no, it was
about 1 week.
It was a 1 week where we had like 2 games
Yep.
of CCL that he just really improved a lot, and it looks like we are getting into pick bands. If you'd like to switch over to that now, please. Thank you. Also, I never really introduced ourselves. I'm Colby.
I'm Caleb.
Yeah,
We're here
the
every
usual,
week, basically.
it's either me and him or me and Thomas, one of the two. All right, so pick bands. I do know this last band on DSU is going to be Zyra. They were kind of talking about it beforehand.
They call them the Evil Three is what they're
Yeah.
going for. Caden Bruja hates Hecarim. The GP is just always strong,
Mhm.
and Zyra just doesn't allow them to be aggressive in lane because
Yeah.
she's just so oppressive.
And we do see a Mumu, Zuri, and Jinx. Mumu makes sense as High Weebler's biggest jungle champion is the Amumu, and Zuri, Jinx being smart because those are, I think, Dragons and Hunters most played and are really strong and popular right now.
Yeah, I'm honestly curious to figure out if with DSU the meta is ever going to be to just not ban Amumu. At one point, we see High Weebler pick up enough champions that maybe they won't go for that because we've always talked about it. He can play really well on it, but it's not like a
Yeah.
champion that's just so crazy good. But
Yeah, it's
it
just
continues to be in the bans or first picked every single game that they play.
I think it's mainly because he is a one trick. Semi one trick. He can play other stuff, but that's his most preferred.
It's
is
just his
Amumu.
best champion at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not even a one trick anymore.
Mm-mm.
It's just his best champion, I guess.
Yeah.
But the Nautilus Trundle picked up for DSU, which is what they've been highly successful on in the past.
I was actually wondering if the Trundle was going to come out. It's actually shown High Weebler has shown quite a bit of improvement on the Trundle from 2 weeks ago when we did last stream CCL games, and I'm really excited to see tonight what he can do with it.
Yeah, he played really well.
Mhm.
Got like 3 or 4 kills in the first 5-7 minutes, which is crazy good for a jungler.
Very, and had some really good pillars.
Yeah, definitely. And
yeah.
the Nautilus on Bruja has been looking amazing. Bruja is capable of playing many different supports, but I have recently been loving the Nautilus combo with the Trundle or some sort of tank jungle.
Yeah.
It seems like they need that initiation, and he really does a great job of it.
Oops. Go away, thank you. Don't worry about it. Blame Thomas. Okay, so it looks like we have Zach Kaisa for the side of SDSU here. Zach being another great jungler, as I've mentioned multiple times in the past. He just provides a really great ways of ganking a lane that's non-traditional. By non-traditional, I mean basically coming through river or tri-bush, or that way he can be over almost any walls and slingshot in, so you have to be warding a whole lot differently. So it's just a great pick here for SDSU. And Kaisa, I don't really like her in meta, but if she can get ahead, she is super strong.
We could be looking. She might be going the missile build. She might be going for the AP,
The AP.
the full AP build.
I think it's still I think hybrid is still
Better?
Meta right now because it gives you all 3 of your upgrades and allows you to still do quite a bit of damage with your
Mhm.
W while also auto attacking pretty fast.
Also, SCSU picked up the Janna, which
Yes.
for the first pick, which would assume is support.
Mhm.
I guess theoretically could go top lane. I don't know if that's really a thing anymore.
I
But
think that was meta for like 2 weeks.
I think that's
and
gone.
then died.
And then DSU picked up Samira
Which,
for Dragons and Hunter, which is obviously
Okay.
always a good pick, as it's honestly a champion that Riot made for him.
Mm-hmm,
They were like, what should we do for ADCs? Dragons and
is.
Hunter needs a new one.
It is a very run in and do stuff champ.
SDSU banning the Vlad and the Victor, which are
Pretty common
consistent bans
Yeah, and say pretty
against
common bans.
Crimson Samurai.
And it looks like DSU is banning Crimson from the Yasuo itself.
And the Graves, that would definitely be a top lane pick for SDSU.
Yeah,
We've
definitely.
seen their top laner dominate on almost everything he picks.
Graves just hole breaker on Graves is just really disgusting. So it's a really good ban from DSU here, and it looks like Corki is going to be the pickup for DSU. A really strong, great mid laner here. I actually see Senna. Is it John top?
That's Kaisa mid full AP. If they pick
Could
the
also
they
be
they
that.
locked it in.
It could also be that.
That's Kaisa mid, almost 100%.
Hey, Faker won with it. And then
Faker
it-
has
and-
won everything this split. They just went 18-0 in the LCK.
Yikes. Shows you how much I pay attention.
Yes.
I also heard that her mid win rate is like 44% right now because everybody tried doing it and lost with it
Well,
because nobody knows how to play it.
unluckily for DSU, SDSU's mid laner is very capable, and I
Yeah,
am sure
yeah.
that it's Ibis, I believe.
I
he's-
cannot switch over. Yes, because Civil is their top laner. It would be Ibis. Oh no, you switch back over. That was my bad. My bad. So we do see Jace here. I'm assuming top lane, so it is going to be Senna Jana, and you were correct. Kaisa mid, and then we do have Sion as the last pick for top lane here.
I guess it's Ibis.
Yeah,
In the
Ibis. Thank you. And then you can switch back over to us now. Thank you. As they are going to get through pick and bans, let's just talk about this here real quick. So let's see here. Jace Sion. That's gonna be really disgusting for Sion.
We've not seen Pop play Sion before, have we? Right? Not that I can remember.
I
Is he
don't
in
think on
practice?
stream. He has practiced it a bit. But on stream, no, I don't believe so.
Okay.
It's one of the picks that he's pretty good with. It's also Sion, so you can basically go tanky and be
I mean,
useful in any team
Yeah.
fight.
No, Sion is not really ever in a
No.
bad scenario. He can
will-
always do something.
Yeah, he will probably be this game just because it is into a Jace, as he will get poked out a lot.
Yeah. But honestly, Pop, I feel like he almost enjoys playing the bad matchup
Yeah.
because that's just kind of how it goes. Is it seems like the draft goes along and then top lane is given a tank or something that's not a good matchup, and he just like plays from behind, and somehow he just always has an impact mid game.
Yeah, usually when he's in these losing matchups, I think he plays more safe and he plays more smarter. Because usually when he's in a bad matchup, he learns how he freezes the waves more often near his tower, and he does a really good job with all that. And that's stuff I never really see when he is in one of those winning matchups. He's usually like overpushed a lot. Granted, this was like back in the beginning of the semester, and he's improved a lot. Same with the
Yeah.
rest of the team. But I think it's better with him on like a more losing matchup, as it does. I think maybe put him more in a mindset of I gotta play more safe, I gotta play more passive and stuff like that.
Yeah, and DSU did a good job banning the gangplank. So even if he is in that losing matchup, the gangplank isn't just farming so much money and just getting late game way faster than he should ever get to late game,
Because
which is what had
Gangplank-
happened in the last series.
Yes.
Gangplank, both games, I believe, and it ran over them. Absolutely. So
Yeah.
different matchups for sure. Moving into the jungle, the Zac
Which-
versus Trundle.
Which is interesting because they picked Zac after we picked Trundle. Both junglers will be really good and both junglers can be really impactful really early on the map. Both junglers can basically make a level 2 gank if they want to. So it'll literally come down to who can make more of an impact faster.
Yeah. I feel like they won't really be fighting that often because it's just
No.
these the Zach's just gonna jump away.
Mm-hmm.
But definitely we'll look to see the how they start with the pathing. I think will be the most important part. If because the last game that he played Trundle, High Weeb Alert started on the. Oh, he started on the bot side. There was a Mumu he started on the other side, but I kind of would like to see him path towards bottom lane or like towards mid, and not even worry about top lane.
Yeah,
because it doesn't matter. At least.
Yeah, especially into like the matchup that you're seeing this game with the Scion, just kind of let him passively farm up there. There's not going to be a whole lot of help that you can do into a Jace, as he is pretty safe with his speed up with his gate and his knockback and just everything that he does have in his kit. So yeah, it would probably be better to either try to make an impact mid or bot here with that Trundle.
Corki versus Kaisa in the mid lane.
I feel like this is going to be really rough for Corki right away, but as we've talked in the past, granted, I don't know Kaisa range on her ulti with her W, so she could kind of do like a mini Vex ulti with roaming with her ulti, but I feel like
the only thing is she's not. I think the AP build is not. If she does go the AP build, it's not crazy strong early.
Yeah,
So
definitely, because the damage just isn't
It's
there.
probably unlikely to see the dive bomb.
But I think Corki's gonna do a much better job with roaming, and like we've talked in the past multiple times.
We love Corki.
Well, yes, but I'm mainly mentioning when they use package, when they grab package, like how they use it, all that. Talked about it in the past multiple times. I think whenever there's a Corki,
Literally, whenever there's a Corki in the game, we talk about how much
Yeah.
we want to see that package used in the correct way or some beneficial way, and that's the same holds true for this game as well. And then finally, we move down to the bot lane, which is Samira Nautilus for DSU and Senna Jana for SDSU.
Now, I think I know why they picked up the Senna is because I believe Samara's win wall, her W, acts similar to Yasuo's win wall, which means Senna's Q and her auto. I don't think her Q, maybe her Q, but her auto attack and her soul grab, auto attack all go through that. Plus infinite range with her scaling souls.
Yeah.
So you can just kind of bully with SDSU's bot lane here. You can basically bully out the Samara and the Nautilus, so they will have to be playing a little bit more passively starting off here. But
I mean, in all honesty, we know that's not going to be happening. We know that
they're gonna hit level 3 and go.
It's gonna go. No, it's level 2.
Yeah.
It starts at level 2.
They always get level 2 first and then go
Bruja
in.
and Dragon's Hunter are going to go for level 2 here as early as they can, and they're just going to try. Because if they start rolling this lane, it is not good for SDSU because Jana Senna, they're just going to keep getting engaged on. They have nothing to stop. I mean, I shouldn't say they have nothing to stop. Jana
has tornado.
Tornado, slow, shield. Like, she does have lots of tools. But if she's getting engaged upon and they have a Samira Nautilus, I mean, if they're down, it could be pretty rough. But, you know, SDSU's got the Culver's Deluxe and Deceiving down there, and they're not bad themselves. So it'll be an interesting matchup.
Yeah, definitely. Excuse me, sorry. I click the objective timers. Thank you. Why are you on tower? Blame Damas. Okay. Now we're here. So it looks like we're seeing an invade here early from DSU. They are going to get spotted out by this Kaisa.
Oh my
nice
God.
flash from the Nautilus. Taking the flash out of the Kaisa.
Wow.
Nautilus only taking a 4th health there, so it's actually really worth for DSU here. Unfortunate though that Trundle's gonna get caught out. So now health has been traded basically.
Wow, that is some very interesting things happening so far.
Yeah.
Bruja instantly flashing, knowing he has Hex Flash, so that he knows that he can still make plays with that.
Yeah,
So he
definitely.
flashes instantly, takes away the mid laner's flash on a Kaisa with no mobility. That is really important for High Weeb Alert to know.
Hey, by the way, it's SDSU, not DSU. It's all good. Thank you. But yeah, very good getting that flash early. Plus, it I think you already mentioned this. I kind of zoned out, but it allows Corki to put a lot of pressure on mid lane here. I think you already mentioned that. Yeah,
It's okay though.
it's fine. So actually, we see Trundle starting red side here, so we do see maybe a death push happening here.
Yeah, just as I said, the Trundle started on the top side. Oh, wow.
Not starting off with the hook here. Getting Senna extremely low. Zach is going to be roaming over. Samara is taking quite a bit of damage here, using a health pot. No sums coming out. Actually, Ignite was used somewhere. Nautilus hooking out. And Zach just walking away. As we lied, they're going to go in level 1 and not level 2.
Yeah.
Oh,
Jesus.
Jesus.
We weren't even looking.
We weren't even looking.
Mid lane, I literally just said it. I said he needs to pay attention to that no flash.
Yeah.
Literally, he does red buff, did red buff, got level 2,
And then
went mid.
Yeah, ran
He
straight
used
mid.
flash, so in some way. But that's
yeah.
exactly what they needed.
And even gave it to Corky.
Yeah.
Very, very good job on this Trundle. And DSU's bot lane making a great use of distracting Zach for a bit. So it allows, unfortunately, Trundle wasn't able to pick up that blue buff because Jace left. But it still allowed Trundle to get that first blood and apply some more pressure around the map here. So very good job on DSU there. Unfortunately, we did not catch it there.
Yeah, but as we were watching that bot lane, I like that Bruja, all he did is he stunned with his auto attack and he kept his hook the entire time, and he used it as an escape, because if he would have used it and they wouldn't have gotten a kill, he was the one that was just giving up first blood.
I think, I could be wrong, but I think he auto attacked and then Samara's passive came off and then he hooked. I believe he hooked there. Because because if I can click on it correctly here, maybe, there it is. Yeah, his hook's only 12 seconds, so maybe.
I think the time between that was not 12 seconds, but I could have seen wrong.
Same. But it could have also been because Samara's passive also knocks up, so that could have been also what I saw.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's hard to see what happens in fights.
Oh, that's
very
a dead
nice
Janna.
hook. It's a very low Janna. Very nice flash from the Janna. Very nice Senna W to stop both of them.
Well,
both DSU being really healthy here.
And the exhaust and the flash gone from the bot lane.
Oh yeah.
Looking for a dive here?
No, not this early. Please don't. Senna W coming down. Oh, Corky actually getting ganked here by Zach. There's too much happening around the map. Corky getting very low from that W. Now we're back bot lane, and it is actually a dive. Heal flash. Ooh, a trade though.
No, that was not what they wanted.
No.
Unfortunately, everything on the map is happening at the exact same time.
Except top lane.
I did say the dive was coming out, and they did do it. They did go for it. They got a kill on each of the SDSU bot laners and only a kill on Bruja.
Unfortunately, the kill onto the the Senna went to the Nautilus and not the Samara. Oh, Zach coming back in. Very nice W from the Corky there to get out of that situation here.
This game is just a bloodbath.
Yeah. Starting off, I like to see it.
Neither team wants to. They don't want to give this game away for free and just go down not trying.
We do have Dragon in a time.
The timer is not working.
I think it's because it just came up.
Oh, okay.
When I was looking for it. And they still haven't fixed Hex Tech Drake yet, which I believe it is. Yeah, it is Hex Tech. So we do see Zach coming down. And these are the interesting angles that I was talking about earlier. Unfortunately, he's not going to go through with it.
That was like perfect. They're like, oh, we're going to back up here.
Yeah. I guess just perfectly timed.
I'm not sure how they knew to posture like that at that exact second, but it was.
It could also be a high weave alert. I know I've played with him. I've played with him multiple times, just casually, and he is an amazing jungler. To the point where he can look at somebody's farm and know exactly the camps that they've taken as a jungler.
Yeah, I've actually talked to the DSU players, and they said that high weave alert is crazy good at tracking the jungler. Yeah. They said if there's one thing Hal can do for sure every game is track the jungler.
Tracking. Very nice wind wall to block the Senna W there. Tornado coming out, hitting the Nautilus, but not a lot happening off of it.
So interesting enough, the top side is really not leaning that hard towards the Jace so far.
Yeah,
until
so far.
This gank is about to happen.
I'd say Zach's coming in though.
I don't know if they get this. Trundle's coming.
Yeah, and say Trundle's coming. You just gotta survive like 3 seconds. Very nice knock up. Create some distance. W has to come up though.
Oh
Unfortunate.
no.
Silent passive coming out though.
No,
Forcing
no, they need to back.
I don't say they need the back because of this Kaisa. Corky is
They're
also
both gonna
coming
die
out.
here. I think that was just poor decision making there with the dive with the Scion.
Yeah, I think once Zach flashed, they should have backed up there. Especially since Corky was coming up, so they knew Kaisa was also coming up.
On top of that, Zach has a passive, so even if
Yeah.
you kill him, they're probably not going to kill him all the way. However, are just a little bit late on that Trundle pillar. Oh, the pop-up's really back into it
I'm
right
say
away.
ulting back up top, actually doing quite a bit of damage. The knockback from the Jace actually saving his life here. Zach coming in, creates some more
no.
pressure. Scion really going for this kill, forcing Trundle to come back up here. Never
Come
mind,
on.
he's taking Krugs.
No,
What are you
don't.
doing? What are you doing?
Oh my
Scion
gosh.
really want this Jace. Nice pillar onto the Zach.
Get the, oh.
Questionable flash from the Trundle.
We
Nice
actually
knockup.
have no idea what's happening right now. Top lane fight. Just interesting. We'll just call it interesting.
Secretly, they replaced all the players with Iron people, and we are watching an Iron game.
It's okay though. Bot lane getting pushed in, a very
Yeah.
big wave, but lots of money for Dragon.
Yeah, I'm say Tornado missing here. Looks like
And
Zach came back top lane and was able to kill the
I don't even
Scion
think he
here.
left. I think
Yeah, I think he just kind of made a huge circle. Another Jono Tornado missing.
now Jace
Senna
is
things.
2-0 out of nowhere.
Yeah, with an already a serrated Dirk. He's like
And a
2/3.
Scepter.
Yeah, he's 2/3 of the way to he's Eclipse already. So
Wow, things have just flipped over towards
Yeah.
the SDSU side very quickly. It's about a 2K, almost a 2K gold lead at 8-9 minutes, which is quite a bit.
yeah, this early on it is quite a bit. And can help them snowball quite a bit here. Trundle looks like he is doing Herald here. We still have first Dragon up.
Team's not prioritizing objectives.
Yeah.
They're really going for all of the ganks.
Another nice Corky W, but unfortunately, Zach Q. Nice hook under tower there. It should get
Oh,
the
this
passive.
is a huge play.
This should be
the roam timing by Bruja.
Ooh, but John is here.
Killed
Do
the-
they get
killed the
at least-
Zach.
Nice, they
There
pick
we
up
go.
the Zach. Another kill onto the Corky. Nice pillar onto the Kaisa. Unfortunately, the Nautilus hook missed, but they did get the flash.
It's a
from-
flash party.
It is a flash party.
I don't think Bruja had anything up there after that flash.
No.
I think maybe he thought he had his Q up, but
I think maybe he did try to Q, but it got he
Oh,
got hit
coulda-
by
yeah,
John
yeah,
the
yeah.
Tornado or something
probably
like
got interrupted.
that. Yeah.
That's free Dragon though. Nope.
Nope, they're
kidding.
gonna use Herald. Nautilus is no,
It
he's
should
gonna
be.
drop Herald and then come down to Dragon. Yeah, it should be because Zach doesn't have passive and Kaisa's resetting here.
He's just gonna do red buff. Nope. They are gonna check this.
They are going to try for it. They
Zach
know
can do a
DSU
really
is
cool
here.
thing where he can jump across the pit
Oh,
and
yeah.
smite it, unless they
Um,
pull it all the way out. Then you
Bard
can't.
can do a similar thing with his portal.
This is interesting. I
Another
think
W coming down.
DSU should get this though.
Yeah, if
We need to burn it.
they
let
don't
the
have
Zach come
smite
in.
up.
Oh my
very
gosh.
unfortunate.
We have
No smite from the Trundle, and SDSU was able to jump in and pick up a double kill off of that.
That all comes off the back
actually
of not
triple.
having smite.
Yeah,
What
basically.
happened? Did he have smite at
Um,
the start of that fight?
No, I think he used it mid.
I don't think they go for
Dragons.
that if they don't have smite.
Yeah, especially since you know they're there, because they just weren't focusing it enough.
And a Zac that can jump in. That was the DSU. They're playing together so far, but just maybe not making the right calls as of right now. But they did make a comeback in the mid there with the really good roam timing by Bruja. That was that was like
really
perfect
good.
timing. Hope is he going in, but is not enough. Just slightly misses.
Does have ulti opportunity here, but is getting poked out quite a bit by Senna. Kind of like what we were talking about earlier.
Hits it.
Hook coming through, ulti coming through.
You got
Samara needs to get her ulti. Ooh,
The
very
Janna-
nice Janna ulti. And Zach coming in, nice flash from the Samara. Stopwatch
Trying to
use
get a
from
second
Janna.
ulti. Oh my gosh, he got it.
She was able to get the shutdown though.
Oh, Ruha.
He didn't have W. If he had W, he would have been able to
Oh,
survive
that-
for just a half a second longer. To
Even if
kill
it had
that
the E
Shauna.
to send it right away.
Yeah. Very
Wow.
unfortunate. But Samara did get a 600 gold shutdown from that Senna, so that'll be very nice for her pockets to get her closer to that shield bow and make her even closer to being unkillable.
Yeah, this game is just the scrappiest game I've ever seen from DSU.
honestly.
It's everywhere is just full on fighting. Unfortunately, they're not on the winning end of most of them, but I mean they're trading gold, so they're not just getting run over. They're trying to make plays.
Yeah, they're trying to. Definitely trying to.
SDSU kind of just played that whole bot lane thing with the Janna almost perfectly,
Yeah, and say
canceling everything that they needed to cancel.
Deceiving is a really great support on both Zyra and Janna. That was a really good placement of the Janna ulti there, just instantly stopping the Samara ulti. Trundle and Zach gonna find each other. Trundle opting to fight, which he is going to win, but
Not for
SDSU
long.
is going to have the team roll up. Flash from the Trundle. Jason's going to jump over the wall, and Corky not here in time, and he's going to have to run away. Flash from the Zac to try to pick up the Corky.
I feel like
Trundle
the-
should have just ran. You should have known that SDSU
for sure.
was
I think
going to
that
have
right now it
reinforcements.
feels like DSU is playing like they're 10k gold ahead,
Yeah.
and they're not.
Ulti coming through from the Nautilus. Very late wind wall there. I don't even think that can block Senna ulti either. Nice Nautilus hook to escape
This could be
here.
a kill angle.
Yeah, I'd say that is going to be a kill because Senna Q now slows. Thank you, Riot.
Wow. Well, you know, DSU has been scrapping this whole time,
Yeah.
but when you continuously lose these engagements, they're just more and more behind, and they're playing like they're not behind. They're playing like they can just walk up and fight anybody, even if they don't have the advantage of like even like numbers advantage or anything. So
Unleashed teleport's coming out.
the one shimmering thing that DSU has is a 2-0 Corki that is even on farm and is capable of outputting a lot of damage in a team fight.
Yeah, definitely, especially once he gets his Ravenous Hydra and Ludian's Tempest online here. He will be doing a lot of damage with those rockets. Still actually doing quite a bit of damage with them now. So they do have, DSU does have some late game scalers to rely on here. But the trouble is generally going to be trying to get to that late game to be able to use it here. DSU is going really deep into the jungle here. Janna using Tornado the wrong way is going to meet Corky. Getting pushed under tower by the Corky. They're still trying to do a death bush here.
Oh, this is
Trundle
interesting.
scene.
I don't
They just need to get out of here. They're going to get collapsed on, and it's not going to be good.
even think they'll get collapsed on this. Just nobody even here, but they kind of wasted a lot of time losing some farm.
Yeah, I'd say they just
I like to try, but I feel like they should have been more all in towards the same bush or something. I'm not sure.
Janna just didn't walk the correct way.
Yeah.
And we do have Zac coming down. Pink's coming out. Dragon is coming up. Trundle does have Smite this time. Zac coming in. They do have to watch out for the Samara and Janna here. Nice ulti from the Zac. Samara off by herself. And
Oh my gosh.
we do have Corky coming in with package, but we also have the case. Yeah. There's a very uncoordinated fight from DSU there.
Zach is too strong. He's got. Before that, he had
Jesus.
6 kills. He's so leveled up right now that he's just doing flat out a ton of AP damage, and he has no AP items. I guess he has a Dark Seal.
Well, it's either. No, I think a lot of his ability just does scale off of health.
Okay,
So that's why
okay.
he is doing quite a bit of damage. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the Zach basically 1v3'd there. With teammates' help, obviously, but
Yeah.
Dragons and Hunter he couldn't get in, and he did get in, and he died instantly. And yet you saw Crimson Samurai, he packaged in, which wasn't like the worst thing ever, but he got a kill in the Janna and died instantly. I mean, there's nothing he can even do there. I mean, they knew that the Zach was there and that they wanted to fight, but DSU still going for these fights. We definitely we don't want to see them stop going for fights, but hope.
They just need to stop here unless they can. This will be a really huge pick.
Oh,
Actually,
wow.
a really good pick and a shutdown onto the Corki. The only issue is it's all on the Corki. Corki is basically DSU right now.
Better than
And-
the Nautilus, though. Better than the
True.
Nautilus.
True. But when Corki goes down, your entire team is damage-wise is dead for right now. So they do have to be playing careful here. Dragon's in a
just-
very awkward spot.
He wants to fight.
Yeah, he really does want to fight. Ulti up. There we go.
Oh my gosh. The ADC is just 1v1ing on the bottom side of the screen, and they're both 1 HP.
Yeah,
but
and
they
say
both
they're
flashed
both
away.
extremely low.
No sums for either one. That fight somehow leads to nothing on both sides.
Somehow. Honestly, a win for DSU because they did get the shutdown onto the Jays
Yeah.
on the Corki, and then nothing else happened.
Yeah, I wonder what happened. I didn't see what happened to Zach. I was so focused on the bottom of the screen.
Yeah, no. I was fiddling with the keyboard side and wasn't even paying attention. Looks like Zach is trying to make a play.
He's on a ward, so it don't matter.
Yeah, he is no longer on a ward. But DSU is already backed off here.
I just get this feeling that one of these fights, DSU is just gonna like pull ahead with their, I don't know, with their
honestly?
grit slash just continuous fighting with this Samira.
Yeah.
They just need that one scenario where SDSU doesn't play it perfectly and making Samira not be able to do anything. One fight for Dragons and Hunter to just go crazy, and
We do see
DSU's back in
Trundle
it.
here. Nice Scion ulti, nice pillar, forcing the flash out of the Trundle here. Ooh,
Steps
very
away.
miscommunication there. They could have probably tower dove and gotten that here.
I would have liked him to run forward, at least get one more Q off, and then
Yeah.
run. And then, depending on his health, they could have had the flash and pop pops. But
Very nice dash from the Samira, very nice wind wall. Good hook from the Nautilus here.
oh, the Q going
Senna
through.
Q. And Kaisa W barely missing there.
They're grouped in mid, and DSU's got nothing but 2 low HP bot laners.
Yeah, I'd say they need to send the top.
And a Herald.
Yeah, they
That's
do
not
have
good.
Herald here. Zach looking to jump in. Ooh, just like half a second too late on that.
I don't know if Zach wants that.
Yeah,
Zach,
I'd say.
Zach is possibly going to die here. Focus him. Oh, they TP on it.
Unfortunate. Good use of the TP.
Yeah, no.
Trundle is
Ooh,
also low.
That would hurt.
Herald getting a second charge in. Sion behind, but fight's already
SDSU kills
over here.
Bruja, but
Yes.
they get 2 towers and a charge into the third. I mean, they might have got 1 kill, but they got a lot more from the towers.
Yeah, definitely.
DSU was unable to kill the Zach because of the TP as well from Savell.
Very good TP. And it got Jace to the fight, so it was a good use of that TP there.
Dragon is up in 53 seconds.
Thought you were talking about Dragons and Hunter. I'm like, he's already up.
Nope. He is alive and ready to fight once again.
More than likely. He does have his shield bow online, but Senna does have her Kraken Rage Blade. Kaisa is actually looks like going hybrid because she has that Muramana and Ludens.
Oh,
So
yeah. I suppose
next-
they go Archangels if they're going full.
Yeah, more than likely. So it looks like next is going to probably be Nashers. Zach, oh no.
He went Demonic Embrace.
And Darkseal.
That's
7 stacks.
He's had that for a while.
I just now noticed.
I did say it, but it's
Ah.
okay.
I was probably fiddling with the keyboard or something. I am kind of tired today. We're not
I
gonna
mean,
talk
he's that
about
far
it.
ahead, though.
True, true.
That Demonic Embrace gives him health, but it also gives him that AP. I mean, that's terrifying. Look at that. Look,
Yeah, I'd say he's
1v2.
He's doing quite a bit of damage.
Yeah.
Zach is very scary. Kaisa getting a double kill out of it.
They can't fight that.
I would say Kaisa ulting forward here, and they're just bullying DSU. That's a
You
free
can't help
dragon.
but think that's the game. I mean, not the
Yeah.
game is not over yet, but this will be on the Soul Point. They killed. It's the first ace of the game. I mean, I don't know what DSU does here. They're gonna
How-
get Baron as well.
Yeah, it looks like they are rotating over for it. How did Corky kill Kaisa?
Probably his package on the ground.
I did not realize he had package.
That's a
That
lot
would
of
make
damage.
sense.
Yeah.
I'm like, he doesn't have Ignite. Where was the burn?
Do they think they'll make a mad dash for Baron here to try to stop it? Because I think that's. I mean,
Yeah, that looks like it's the play. We got Corky ulting in. I mean, TPing in, not ulting.
they can stop this.
Another TP from the Scion.
Oh my
Ooh,
God!
That's a lot of damage on the Senna. Senna goes down. Ooh,
So does
Janna
Janna.
goes down.
Corky is DSU.
Yeah,
Crimson going crazy.
Like I was saying, he has his Ludens now, so his ulti is doing quite a bit of damage here.
Does DSU flip and do the Baron here though?
I don't think so.
2 people down. Zach backing.
I think you just go for the free golden mid, because I still think it's very iffy and a 50-50 even if you do go for it, even though they do have 2 members now.
Understandable.
Because
Yeah.
they do have Kaisa, Zach, and Jace. Like, they can poke out or they can all in with how devastating Zach has been this game.
Oh wow, SDSU is going in on a 4v3, and it does not matter what it is. They're all dead. DSU's all dead except for Crimson Samurai. He is their damage though, so he could do something.
He does not have W up though, and Jason's just gonna run him down. So yeah, like I was saying, it was not smart to go for Baron there, because they could have easily just turned that around.
The Scion ulti out from Pop Pops.
And it looks like they're just gonna go straight on back onto the Baron here. I mean, might as well. We got
They got all 5 now.
yeah, basically. And they are shredding this quite a bit. With yeah, just all their damage.
I mean, DSU did a really good job of on respawn going and getting 2 kills, 2 more kills on the Corky.
Yeah,
It was a good play.
it was a really good play to stop when they stopped them at Baron there. They should have just kind of backed off after that first tower. They thought they could push a little bit more, and then Zach was able to bully that fact, and get them off of it. So, and actually win a huge fight for them there.
But they had the numbers there, and they killed the
Mhm.
Senna right away, and the Zach wasn't the one to initiate, which is why DC was able to even like fight that.
Yeah,
But
so
I just in the future, I mean, look, half HP from Bruja
that's
from an E.
disgusting.
He's gonna
That's
try to get out here, but I mean, Dragon can't do much.
Instead, just another slingshot. That's disgusting.
It's because what did he pick up? He upgraded his Darksteel, right?
Yeah, to Magi's.
That's the Magi's, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he just does so much damage, and he also takes so much to kill. So I just don't think
small
DSU doesn't have an
indie
answer for the Zach.
No.
They're not really sure how. Oh,
Maybe this is the answer. We do have Trundle ulti on him, but he gained a... Oh, yeah, his... I always forget about his little puddles that he can pick up.
they give him a lot of health, actually.
Yeah, it gives him a lot of health here. Zach, Scion and Jace just casually in the bot lane here. And it looks like they are all going for the Scion here.
He's probably get dove.
Yep, from the Zach. Probably from the Zach alone.
Oh,
Nice
So
Nautilus
much heal
ulti.
from the
And say
Triumph.
he's getting so much healing, and Scion is able just to get.
oh, that's what I'm talking about. That Kaisa AP build.
I was also wrong. She is going Shadow for him, I believe.
She could be going straight to death cap.
No, because she has the alternator.
Oh, I didn't see that.
I was also going to say Death Cap when I saw the alternator. Ooh, just disgusting.
I want to. That's. I would assume DSU or SDSU will probably push for the win here.
Yeah, they're most likely
Yeah.
going to.
Yeah, this game, it was
Very good beginning.
It was definitely a fight.
I think DSU made a few mistakes after they got a really good lead. Getting the flash off of Kaisa, which resulted in a first blood on them. First blood on the Kaisa and on the Corki. Chondo did a really good job. Even the Samara Nautilus just providing so much pressure early game to try to like push off the Senejana, which are very squishy at the beginning here. And can you get rid of the overlay, please? Thank you. And where was I? Oh yeah. Doing a really good job, but I feel like about like 5 to 7 minutes, somewhere in there, they made a few tiny mistakes, and SDSU was able to capitalize on that, which gave them that early lead. And then, like you said multiple times, they just played like they were ahead the entire time, and when they should have just kind of sat back and farm. Samara got pushed away from the team constantly in a lot of those fights, so just wasn't able to do much here.
Yeah, I think that DSU, they're known for their bot lane going crazy or being aggressive. But this game, they tried to do the bot lane aggressive crazy and the jungle top duo aggressive crazy. And it did not work out well. I think that part of the reason that DSU's had the success they have in the last few weeks is they've allowed their bot lane to do what they want, even if it is not successful. But the top side has been stable, and the jungle has been relatively stable. But when you have the jungler and the top laner also dying and giving over like 4 kills to the enemy top laner and jungle, that snowballed their game. Like, the game was honestly, at that point, it was like they never even got close again because the Zac got strong. Jace didn't really have that much of an impact in the game. He just kind of farmed against Sion. Not really his fault or anything, but because they fought together and they got the Zac strong, he went around and he made his presence known, and DSU was punished on repeat from that. And we definitely need to see an improvement in how they play that top side of the map this next game.
Also, something that I do want to point out is actually we were wrong about what I was saying. Sion was actually pushed up quite a bit that game, which also allowed the Zac to make even more of an impact into that lane, because Sion had not really anywhere to go.
Yeah.
Once the Zac did come back in here. I'd say let's go to a 2-minute break quick.
Yep.
And we'll catch you back in about 2 minutes here. I went back a second early. Don't worry about it. Sorry. I had to take that 2-minute break. I should also probably move down to spectate. My allergies have been bothering me today, so I had to take that little 2-minute break there. Anyways, we're back. We're all in lobby for second game, so we should hopefully be getting the link for pick bands here shortly. So we were kind of talking about it. Improvements that we'd like to see this game. Obviously, if you're behind, don't constantly keep fighting like they were.
Well, I think that's maybe a good point, but I think it's to the point of if you're behind, you can't be complacent and sit back and lose.
Yeah.
But you can't. You need to look for those positive fights. You need to look for those 3v2s, those dives together, the unexpected ganks. Something that's not just you running at them in a fair situation. Because if you're behind and it's a fair situation, most likely the team that's ahead should win.
Yeah, should win.
Unless you are at some sort of advantage or a severe outplay, which, I mean, is capable of DSU. Like, they could make an outplay, but they didn't. They didn't make really any outplays except for maybe the Bruja Rome mid. I think that was really well played and timing wise.
Yeah. Like we were saying, there was a lot of good things like that mid pick onto the Jace. Trundle early on getting that first blood. There's a lot of good things that DSU's did that game. I just think the main issue was they just kept fighting when they were behind here. Sorry, I'm just getting everything set up.
Yeah, I felt like the communication may have been a little whack as well. Kind of just based off the plays that they were making.
Yeah.
Especially between Pop-Pops and High Weeblert.
Can you switch over, please?
There was a few times where there was like, High Weeblert was like, should I come? Should I not come? One time he was farming the Krug still, and his laner was dying.
Yeah.
Or even in the communication wise, when he starts fighting that Zac, both laners should be saying, our laners are gone. You need to leave.
Yeah, definitely.
And he stayed for that entire fight, and then then two of them died trying to save him when it should have just been either give up one life or nobody dies at all by just leaving.
But just by leaving.
It felt like the communication was off, and they were just so overly aggressive, which maybe they got some new confidence from these last few wins, which is good. Confidence is good, but confidence has to come with a smart and cool and calm play style as well.
I do want to point out the game series is 1-0. SDSU is up. This is the second game here. Oh yeah, the other thing I was gonna say is this game is highly required on communication, because I've even seen in the past like low diamond teams easily get beat out by like high gold, low plat teams just because their communication is better.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's insane how much communication does actually matter when it comes to league like this.
I mean, that just comes with competitive games in general.
Yeah, that
especially
too.
League, Valorant that I play is. I mean, if you don't communicate, you can lose to literally anybody. So it's just like if your communication's off. I mean, your whole game plan, your gameplay is off, because it's like playing in solo queue. Solo queue is not the greatest place to be at a lot of times, and it's because you can't talk and communicate with your teammates and like understand what you want to do.
But then you have enough time to yell at them when they don't do what you want them to do.
Of course.
Yeah.
There's always enough time to be angry.
Yeah, of course. Anyways, so pick bans are relatively same, other than we see Zac instead of Zyre on the side of DSU. DSU first picked the Nautilus here. SDSU picked up Janna Trundle, which I was kind of surprised. I was expecting them to pick up Zyra, but Janna worked really well for them that game.
It's good for DSU though.
Yes.
They could take that Janna.
Ezreal coming out, which will be a really, really nice safe pick for the bot lane here. Allow them just poke out SDSU here, and if they get in a little bit of trouble, it'll allow Dragonson Hunter not to get caught out and surrounded like he did that last game. Very unfortunate SDSU did pick up the Trundle. Granted, Nunu is pretty good into Trundle.
Yeah, the rotation kind of has been like either Amumu's banned, High Weeblert picks Trundle, or if Trundle's picked and banned as Amumu, then they pick the Nunu. We haven't really seen anything past that.
Yeah, no, it's kind of where he's sitting at right now. I know he is trying to get into other junglers. I am
don't disclose the information, though.
More or less trying to force him to get into new junglers. No, I won't disclose anything. But yeah, that's basically what we have been seeing from him so far. It's just about those three champions. So Tristana picked up on the side of SDSU. Very interesting, actually, because she became meta for like a couple weeks, and then her damage fell off again for some reason. But into a matchup like this, if Jana can keep hitting some really nicely placed tornadoes, SDSU's bot lane is going to be a terror because Tristana is one of those champions. It's kind of like Samara. She can just jump in, do all of her damage, and get out right away. So,
Yeah. We see the bans. SDSU's banning the Corki and the Vlad this time. The Victor coming out
from
of
DSU.
DSU.
Which, Ibis does not Ibis. Yes, Ibis.
It's
Ibis. Ibis. Sorry.
He corrected you in
Ibis.
chat, man.
I know, and I even forgot about it. He does play Victor. I'm pretty sure I've seen him played it in the past, and he's really good on it. So it's
Mages
really good
in
man.
general, I think.
Yeah,
We-
like control mages like that.
You think we see the Syndra this game? From SDSU?
Probably. I'm trying to think. Orianna isn't great in meta right now, so probably would be the Syndra. They do also ban the action, which I'm assuming top. Ooh,
Oh.
I actually do see the Orianna. Never
Oriana's in
mind.
meta, actually. Eat your words, I guess.
I don't think she's in meta, but her ulti is still useful to a team.
I think that the rule of thumb when it comes to Orianna is she's always playable no matter
Yeah.
what situation the patch or the meta is in.
Plus, you can just go ulti and be a threat in
Yeah.
the back line.
Yeah, and the Ari coming out from Crimson, which we've seen in the past and have thoroughly enjoyed seeing him just
Yes.
destroy opponents on it.
On the new Ari, he's been devastating on it. So, like to see what will come out of this mid lane here. And Orin coming through for that late
like
game
that pick.
security.
I like
Very
that pick a
good.
lot.
Yeah. DSU looking very late game with Ari kind of their only early game this game, whereas SDSU is looking to come at them hard here.
Yeah, I'm a little worried. DSU likes to play towards that mid to late game a lot of times with these comps, and against worse opponents, they can do that. But since
Great
SDSU
stuff.
is obviously a very good team, I'm scared that they're not going to make it to the point where they can
That's
they
kind
can
of the
compete.
That's kind of the biggest worry here is it should be fine as long as they try to play safe here. We do see Graves top here, which if we did have cams on, I was kind of disgusted by. And you can also switch it back over. But Graves top, he's most likely going to go first item hole breaker as we've seen in the past. Actually, no.
That has changed. I think a patch happened or something.
Yes, that
We've seen
actually
people
got
stop doing that.
nerfed hard on ranged people. I know that for sure. So maybe we won't see the hole breaker.
Either way, Graves top very
Disgusting.
strong.
Yes, has been for multiple patches. So let's take a look here. The mini fridge fan kicked on, and I thought a Discord notification went off.
Top lane is Ornn versus Graves.
Yes, thank you.
Don't worry, I got you.
When I lose my mind, I got people here for me.
So Ornn versus Graves, like we talked about last game, how we talked about Pop is really good at playing into the losing matchups. He unfortunately didn't play how we thought he was going to
no.
into the losing matchup, but he's back in the exact same situation. But he's on the Ornn, which I think is his best champion for sure. He always has crazy impact mid to late game with team fight wise. I mean,
and then Orin items.
he just does.
Yeah.
I mean, they'll be just like chilling, and he'll just ult like the entire team. I don't know. He has had a lot of success. And it's been really fun to see. With the Graves, yeah.
And with his Ari, he can try to pick off somebody with ulti, and then Ari can just ulti over all the walls to get to them. So, will be some nice synergy here. This jungle, as we've kind of mentioned, Trundle, Nunu here. Nunu isn't technically countered by Trundle. I think Nunu actually is slightly favored, but it's more of a skill matchup. This is just gonna probably be another whoever can get active onto the map first. I'm sure we'll most likely see the Nunu come out first with Snowball. But Trundle, as we saw last game with High Weeb Alert, can easily be on the map level 2 and make a huge impact. So that's, it'll be about the same for jungle there.
Yeah, it should be a pretty close matchup, except for if they ever fight. If they ever fight, Trundle's gonna win.
Trundle's most
It's
likely
just-
going to
but
win.
For objectives, DSU does have the advantage in the Nunu.
Q smite.
Yep, Q smite.
You
So,
cannot outsmite a Nunu.
I would like to see a very minor thing, but it's come up in the past. It kind of seems like maybe High Weebler uses Smite too much around important objective timings. I feel like he doesn't have Smite quite a bit in the early Dragons, and I
Can
mean
be
that's a big deal.
devastating. Yeah, definitely.
I mean, I know it's only a 450 early before you complete your Smite little item, but not having Smite is almost a guarantee. It's not even a 50-50. It's like a 60-40 to lose that or more, because the other jungler could have a Smite, or literally just a random ability out of nowhere can just steal your dragon that you've did all this effort for, and you lose so much health throughout it. The Smite heal is really big as well. So hopefully, I mean, it's pretty nitpicky, but we'd like to see that he has his Smite for the dragons.
All right, so mid lane here matchup is going to be Ahri versus Orianna. Kind of talked about it. Orianna ulti is going to be major, especially if DSU gets into a team fight where they're really crowded together. It's going to be huge. Really big game-changing ulti there. The Ahri, though, we've seen amazing work from Crimson Samurai here onto the Ahri. Great roam potential, just great damage overall. And Orianna isn't the greatest right now, so this might go more towards the favor of Crimson.
You could be wrong though.
I could be. I'm wrong about a lot of things.
I think the matchup would be pretty even.
Yeah.
When it comes down to just fighting in lane and whatnot. I think that the way that DSU has their comp though, with an Ahri and an Ezreal, the two main damage dealers, having dashes, I don't think that they should really ever get caught in that Ori ulti, unless they use their cooldowns beforehand. But I mean, these are good players, so hopefully they have some sort of reactions to the Ori ulti or something like that. But we have the Nautilus and the Ornn, and the Nunu, like they're just the three meatballs. I mean, they're gonna get caught in it, but it won't be as big of a deal. So
yeah, definitely.
hopefully.
And then bot lane, Ezreal Nautilus versus Tristan and Janna. As I was kind of mentioning during Champ Select, if Janna can get some really nice placed tornadoes, Tristana can easily get in, get all of her damage, and get out like relatively easy. It's a lot of mana, but still deadly, especially early game.
Yes, that is for sure. Tristana is so aggressive, and it'll be interesting to see, because Culver's Deluxe, he was added to the SDSU roster right towards the end of last semester and has stuck with them since as their new ADC, and he has played really well in a lot of the series that they've played against DSU, but they're never crazy aggressive. They know that DSU likes to be aggressive, and they kind of play that safe route where they capitalize on DSU's aggression a lot of the time. So it'll be interesting to see the flip-flop of the matchup here with the Ezreal on Dragon's Hunter, but the Tristana on Culver's Deluxe. So, I mean, we'll see if SDSU changes up the playstyle here and see if they can go crazy.
Yeah, but I am stumbling on my words today. But it's kind of interesting here as I fix everything. It's kind of interesting as Janna's more of a kind of it can be aggressive, but also a safer Enchantress support pick here for the side of SDSU. It looks like we're actually seeing another invade from DSU.
I don't think Lusik's going to walk forward here.
He is going to for the ward.
Oh.
Nope, never mind, because they showed themselves.
Why did they do that?
I don't think if I could. There we
I
go.
don't think they saw.
Don't think they were
see 'em
seen,
now.
but now they're seen, so nothing happened out of that. And this is why I tried to advise not invading, but you know,
I mean,
what do I know?
I still think that's an okay invade, though.
Nothing really
We have
happened.
this disagreement almost every single time.
Yeah.
But they had the chance of getting a pick, the chance of getting something, but they didn't play it. They didn't go deep in the enemy jungle with a chance of losing it.
Yeah.
It was a very high, low risk, high reward. Yes.
Yeah.
So this SDSU didn't even walk in the bottom jungle and ward. So they didn't really lose. They didn't really lose anything from that.
True.
Besides a couple of wards that they were gonna leave there anyways. So.
So both junglers starting on bot side here. Graves sitting in tri-bush here to act like Trundle maybe starting on top side.
They're really going for that. I like that play, except for that they're going to be short from both sides. So, I mean, DSU's probably going to know that the bot lane was where he started, because he started in the top side, then he would probably go down. Is the normal for the ward back. Oh, Nunu going from red to blue.
He's probably going buff Gromp and then top lane with level 3.
But that ward.
True, but
Really good ward by
it was a really good ward by the Graves here. But Mach 4, Nunu Stoneball. Plus he can come through lane. So we will have to keep an eye on that. DSU hitting level 2 first here and making that known to SDSU, I'm sorry. And pushing them off of lane here a bit. Some nice poke damage. And it looks like Nunu is opting to go back down for his wolves here. Is he doing an awkward clear so you can come back towards bot?
I mean, it's entirely possible. I don't know why you wouldn't just start unless Nunu needs red buff, but
not really.
they're gonna not get anything here. It's this late
I'm
invade,
saying.
which is it would have been really good, but
And Graves
it turns out his
awkward
pathing was
yeah.
perfect.
Just missed them.
High Weave Alert, big brain, 400 million IQ on that one.
I'm saying.
He knew exact. Oh, hook lands from Bruja.
Very nice. That was a very interesting hook as it missed the Tristana and jumped onto the Janna, I believe, there. If I'm not mistaken. Also, sorry. Blame Thomas for any observing issues that you've had tonight. Just blame Thomas.
It's a good little poke down onto Culver's Deluxe.
Yeah, definitely. Tornado coming out, not hitting anybody.
Trundle is now entering the bottom side of the map, looking for a gank on mid, or nope,
Yeah.
he's just looking for a fight. He wants to fight the Nunu. That's
Or he's looking for bot lane here, which looks like he's looking for bot lane here.
yeah.
Nunu is in the area, so he will be able to respond to this, but
They need
DSU
to
has
turn
no
around now.
idea here. Ezreal should have E. Oh, so close with the hook. Tristana coming in. Nautilus having to flash away. Actually, barely dies to the bomb.
No way. Oh,
Flash coming forward. Nunu does die to the Trundle here, and it's just the Ezreal alone against a Trundle Janna, and very unfortunate there.
that is not what DSU wanted.
I think that game would have gone. I think that play would have went a whole lot differently if the Nautilus hook landed there. It
Yeah,
would have created
Bruja's
some
hook
space.
just
Barely,
Barely
it was like
short.
pixels.
I mean, he's probably kicking himself after that one.
It's very unfortunate. You're gonna have to go in the practice tool and figure out that range a bit.
I'm sure he knows it.
Yeah, for sure.
That's a not typical mistake from Bruja, but it is a costly one.
Very.
As that is
costly.
3 kills instantly going over to the Trundle and the Tristana. That's the worst way to start this game.
Apparently, Ari died at some point.
Oh, that must have been a 1v1.
Um,
Oriana confirmed. Meta. Gank coming from the top side by High Weave
very
Alert.
nice, very nice snowball from the Nunu here. Ooh, great knockup from the Ornn. And
solo
snowball
kill.
isn't even needed.
Oh.
Nice moral support, Nunu. It just scared him. It scared him from walking up.
Yeah, I don't know if he just... it's almost like the distraction of the Nunu behind
Yeah.
led Graves to just be like freaking out, and he wasn't even worried about the Ornn in front of him.
Very nice pickup on the south side of the map here.
You know, the only thing about that fight, they did give up 3 kills, but both ADCs got a kill. So the Trundle is strong, but I mean, this bot side should still be doable for DSU to just like fight so far.
Yes, definitely, especially with how much poking that Ezreal can do. We do see Trundle onto the dragon here, but it is Hextech Drake, and Hextech Drake does a lot of damage, and he was also on a ward the entire time, so they knew about it. So Trundle having to back off from that, picking up some fruit here. Might be looking to go bot, but no, he's just gonna take out Crab here. Ari kind of making a roam nearby to see where Trundle is. SDSU barely missing, and it looks like SDSU is going to go back onto the Hex Tech Drake here. Bot lane trying to make an effort for it, but Nunu is in the top side of the map, so there's not a lot they can do. Very nice block from the Trundle there. And Graves ulting mid missing. We also missed probably that most of that fight.
Yeah, the
Oriana ulted at some point.
I was doing a really good job here against Crimson, kind of bullying him in this lane. Lots of health. Crimson constantly being low, getting solo killed earlier. I think it was solo kill.
I'm assuming. Yeah, it would have had to be.
Yeah, it has to be based off the assist and the kills.
Mm-hmm.
But I really like the high loop that did there. They knew that they couldn't fight that dragon against the Trundle, so he just went and took all of the camp's topside.
Say might as well bleed him somewhere if they're taking objective. Ornn actually doing a really good job against this this Graves top. Also, I see a pickaxe and the starts of a phage. You think he's still going Hull Breaker on that Graves?
I mean, it's still possible. I don't think it's necessarily unplayable by any means.
Yeah, it's just not as great as it used to be. A lot of damage coming from the Tristana. Very nice exhaust to stop most of that damage.
No.
Unfortunate that the Nautilus hook didn't hit there. E forward, flash, and exhaust. I mean, heal and exhaust coming out from SDSU here.
Bruja having another huge hook miss.
Yeah.
Just not hitting this game. That's okay though, because they hit later on.
Trundle seen on a ward, and Ornn is just gonna sit in bush.
They should. Yep, they do ping it. They do see him walk in there.
So Ornn's gonna have to be careful here. I gotta sneeze.
But they
Okay,
know that he's in there, and he leaves and goes over towards Herald, which they should still know he's in the area.
Yeah, definitely. Nice knockup from the Ornn there.
But they're just gonna give away these objectives to start the game because they know he's strong.
Yeah, plus it's a Trundle with his team Matt and Sheen already. Like, there's not a lot you can do. With them being level 6, on Nunu can't really 1v1 him. Tristana really low here. Oriana and Nunu coming down. Oriana. Or
Ari and Nunu coming down towards the bot side, maybe looking for a dive here, but the bot lane does find him out. They're both pretty low for SDSU. They're going to push
Ezreal
this in.
team missing. Trundle maybe looking to tower dive top here, but Ornn is recalling.
Oh, no.
Graves ulti coming out. What? I don't know.
He's going to kill the wave, basically.
Yeah, but...
Oh!
Oh? Nope. He died.
Doesn't matter.
I did not realize he died until I didn't see an Ornn anymore. Ari forcing Trundle to flash here.
Be careful though.
He does have to be careful. Should be able to pick up this kill here with that ignite.
Nice.
Very nice.
That's
and
a
stop.
huge shutdown.
That's a huge and stops any play that they can do. Please let it. No, let it crash. Thank you. I was almost certain that Ari wasn't going to let that plating crash down because nobody would have gotten the gold. So it would have been worth it. So because it stops them from getting, it stops Graves from getting 160 gold there, for like the sacrifice of like 10 health on the turret.
Well, I mean, those are a couple good plays by DSU.
Yeah, very good.
Both bot lanes were able to reset now, so.
Did you see the full Essence Reaver onto the Ezreal already? So he'll start being able to do some damage here.
Yeah, and that tier is stacking.
That tier is
it 350 now? Right?
360, I want to say. We can hover on over and see. 360, yes.
Okay. So I mean, he's 2/3 of the way there.
Yeah. Once he gets his Marimana completed, it will already be transformed. It's, if I remember correctly, it's Marimana into Mana Moon, or is it Mana Moon into Marimana? I think it's
Manamune into Muramana.
Okay.
It's like we have this discussion every single week.
Because we need to, because it's so confusing.
But
Herald coming mid. Ooh, rotate from the bot lane here. Nautilus is going in, missing another hook. Very unfortunate. Just tried to predict their movement and was off.
Yeah, they really just
Hull breaker from the
just
Graves.
stop moving. I mean,
So we do see the whole breaker from the Graves here. Ooh, actually nice E4 from the Ezreal. John Tornado already down. I don't know.
Oh, that's a good hook there from
that was a
Bruja.
very good hook there.
There we go. He makes up for every hook he's missed this game, right there.
Right then and there. Ari getting a solo kill under tower with ulti onto the Orianna. And the squad rolling up to deal with this Trundle here. Actually, Ari is also here. Doesn't have ulti, unfortunately. Nunu snowball.
They should just focus Dragon when they're dead.
Yeah, and say you can't outsmite a Nunu. Just might as well.
Yeah.
Graves top side, leading out as much as blue side as he can here. And it looks like SDSU is just going to be giving this up. Tornado not hitting anybody. Ari does have to be careful, but it looks like nothing's going to come on to her. And Graves is back topside. Very nice play by DSU there.
Yeah, some really good individual plays coming out from Crimson and Bruja. Definitely like to see it compared to last game. I really like how they've slowed the pace on the top side of the map and kept the aggressiveness towards the mid and bottom side of the map,
Yeah,
which
definitely.
is exactly what we wanted to see. They've done a really good job so far. Unfortunately, Dragon's Hunter getting jumped on by Cobus Deluxe.
Very nice patience onto SDSU here to wait for that Nautilus to back and then use the advantage of Ezreal being alone. He is going to have to be careful. Was able to clear the rest of that wave there.
That minion.
Yeah, that single minion. Nunu going down. I believe Orianna ulti was used, and it looks like it was. But Ezreal's going to have to be careful. I guess he does have the squad rolling up here, so he is just kind of baiting right now. Maybe...
This is just confusing with what they're just running at the power right now.
Ooh, Charm hitting the Tristana. Very big. Couple
Two more
charge-
dashes.
One more dash. Oh, the shield from Majana.
Oh, perfect.
Very nice. And Ari has no more cooldowns. Our Orianna was able to get tier 1 turret there, but for the trade of a couple kills, very worth. So Ari's 4-1 now with her Everfrost. This is what I've been seeing recently with Crimson on the Ari. He does an amazing job with his roams and just everything in general with Ari. And this is another one of those games. Clear that control ward. Thank you. Thought he was just gonna walk right past it.
I think the DSU's doing a really good job this game of fighting and getting that advantage towards the bottom and the mid side of the map, but they're actually bleeding really hard on the top jungle part. Is the top side of the
Yeah.
map. Basically, every time Graves pushes in, he walks down, clears the jungle. Orianna pushes in, walks up, clears the jungle. That part of, they're losing a lot of gold there, which is, I think, where you'll find that gold lead for SDSU still, even though being down kills. But they got that tower, they've got Bolt Dragon, they got the Rift Herald, lots of plates. DSU's done a really good job of getting more kills this game and like staying closer, but SDSU's macro game of just gathering gold where they can has simply been better.
Yeah, definitely, and we see a lot of gold. The biggest gold difference here is actually in the jungle.
It's massive.
Yeah, and Nunu having to flash away, as if he didn't, he would have surely died there.
But we like to see that, recognizing I need to get out of here.
Yeah, definitely, instead of trying to fight there.
This is an interesting situation. I think they're just trying to stall and not like.
Yeah, I
what's
think
gonna
they're just
happen.
trying to push SDSU off of this Herald here, because that Herald could open up a lot of the map for SDSU if they were just able to get it. Actually, no teleports from the Blues this game, so because Orianna took the cleanse for the charm on the Ari.
Yeah. And the ignite, the aggressiveness,
True.
both good sums.
Trundle over by Herald again. Looks like he's actually heading top, which is going to be seen here, but Nunu has to be careful.
Yeah, they're both teams posturing towards this Rift Herald, but SCCU wants it and DSU just wants nobody to have it. So I like that play because now SCCU's they've had enough. They're backing.
Yeah,
They're gonna-
definitely.
New plan.
Ooh, Hextech flash from the Nautilus, catching the Tristana off guard. Ari ulti coming through, very late charm, but they're still able to pick up the kill. Very nice Hextech flash from the Nautilus here.
Bruja, once again,
Amazing hook.
finding success.
Yeah.
I said it, mid to late game, he's gonna have that impact even if he isn't early game, and He had a rough early game, but he is having that impact now, which is seeming where it matters the most.
Yeah, definitely. So they're walking into SDSU's jungle here.
Oh,
Ooh,
the
very
hook.
nice hook to stop the blast plant there, but Trundle is able to flash away. Hextech flash almost up again for Nautilus. If Burrow wants to do a nice little Hextech over the wall play again.
Oh no, that Graves damage to the tower is extremely high at this point.
Full breaker.
I don't think.
I'm
Does he
saying.
win this?
Orange doing quite a bit
Oh.
of damage.
The dashes were incorrect. That's
Say-
a good ping right there. He was gonna keep going for that, but his
Yeah.
teammates, they let him know. Not the time.
Very good time to back off of there. He's actually able to outdamage quite a bit. Unfortunately, SDSU is able to pick up this Rift Herald in the end.
But Dragon is gonna go to DSU. It's a
True.
even trade.
And it is a journal break, so honestly, that's more damage inside DSU here.
No plates up either. So
Exactly.
I mean, depending on how SDSU uses this Rift Herald, DSU wins that trade, unless SDSU wins a fight and manages to get like 2-3 towers from it. But if they keep playing conservatively like this,
Yeah,
they haven't
definitely.
really committed too hard to anything.
Ooh, nice Nautilus hook. I didn't even see the Nautilus. I'm like, they're gonna have to be playing careful here, but very nice Nautilus hook.
They just walk in.
Yeah.
Bruaw's he's on a rampage.
He is on a rampage.
He's got 6 assists and he's just going where he pleases,
He mad.
hitting every hook at this point.
Yeah, he's mad about missing those first few hooks.
He's angry.
He's angry.
He said you could dodge him earlier, but when it matters now, it's not happening. 9-6 in the kills. DSU still down 2k gold though. They're making these picks, getting these plays.
Yeah, they're
But I mean, they might be down in gold, but their two main damage dealers have shutdowns and are pretty far ahead.
yeah.
Maybe not far ahead.
Ari is
but-
down in gold, but still
Still having a very big impact though.
well, is the same though on items with this Oriana. So
And I think where that gold lead is, it's basically the gold lead by itself is from the Orin Graves matchup. It's about 2k gold, I think, if we just saw it. Oh. Yeah, it's about 2k
And-
exactly. Which
and the
is
jungler. That's where the biggest
Yep.
gold difference are those two.
So I mean, they're bleeding, but they're only bleeding from the tanks that don't need a ton of gold to have impact. So they're down.
Definitely.
But in any fight, there is no disadvantage or advantage.
As
These
long-
teams are pretty even.
Yeah, I'd say as long as Ezreal and Ari can stay up, they'll be just fine in these team fights.
But I talked about it previously with Culver's Deluxe on this Tristana playing aggressive, and that has not worked out this game.
No, it really didn't. DSU was able to get level 2 before for SDSU, and they were able to use that pressure to push SDSU off of lane right away, and kind of get some pressure as we see both laners are up a level on their opposing laners here. With Ezreal being 11, Nautilus being 9, and Tristana being 10, and Janna being 8, as
Oh, looking for it, but I don't think they kill a Ornn in
No.
this situation.
especially when he was backing off that soon.
It's also, I mean, Dragon's Hunter played back. Bruab tried to be aggressive in mid lane, but as we talked about the early game, the hooks just weren't hitting at that point.
No,
But I mean, look at it. He's still this strong by playing back and just playing with the team.
definitely.
So I really like the switch up between the ADCs and the play styles. I mean, it's worked out. It's worked wonders so far.
Yeah, it definitely has for them here.
The next dragon is in a minute 40. Baron is on the field. We're about 21 minutes in. Dragons, I mean, this could be the sole point, but oh my god. He's hurting.
He's definitely hurting. I also think I accidentally hit enter, so we're not going to talk about it.
It should be the turret going down for
I'd say
DSU.
this should be the turret, but we do have teleport from behind them.
They want this fight bad.
I'd say they really want this. We do have Oren TPing in, but he is going to be away. Graves is doing a nice job of getting onto the Tristan, onto the Ezreal here. So a lot of their damage down. Ari's still in this fight. Graves being CC'd, but Ari has to be careful as she is getting low. Orianna flashing forward and queuing. And
That is nightmare scenario right there.
that's honestly what SDSU needs to do. Just get onto the back line there. Also, I gotta sneeze.
I talked about that, how they use that Rift Herald. They dropped Rift Herald and just go for a fight instantly. And Dragon Sin Hunter gets flashed on and ulted on, and everything in the book isn't able to get hardly any damage out. And then Crimson was, I didn't really see what happened, but now you just have 3 tanks versus an entire damage dealing team basically on SDSU. And it was, I mean, and they're not engaging. When we're the ones running away in that scenario, it's not good for DSU. And
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, look what that Rift Herald did. They got the tower and the inhibitor tower and almost the inhib.
Also, I do want to point out, I now have a new ward spot right here, as that's not picked up by any control ward in this bush, and it's honestly not a spot a lot of people look for. So very good.
DSU trying to run down the dragon. They do get it.
They do.
But
They are able to pick it up.
giving away
but
their bodies.
the 2 damage dealers are up.
2 bodies for Soul Point could be okay, but they can't lose anyone else. They're not going to as of right now.
Why is it not working? Thank you. Thank you, Riot. My keyboard stopped working. Hello.
That was okay. Now they're at Soul Point, so they have a win condition, theoretically. We'll be struggling.
It's Thomas's fault.
I mean, Thomas is
Okay,
struggling.
there we go.
They
I
have-
have control of my keyboard now.
SDSU did pick up Baron though.
Yes.
While DSU was dead, but DSU ran and got that dragon. So, I mean, it's a trade. It's a losing trade, but it's at least something.
Yeah, at least it is something. They're able to get that objective gold into their pockets here.
That gold lead though, it has grown
It
so
is
much.
growing quite a bit.
That one fight was like the whole game so far. SDSU just continuing to push, going for a
Ari.
1-0-4 here.
Ooh, Ari taking quite a bit of damage from this Graves. And can we just talk about Graves' damage for a second? How
Hey,
disgusting it is.
DSU is winning this fight right now.
They
SDSU
are
have 2
actually
kills,
winning it.
but they do need to back off. Trundle is taking their base.
Trundle is running down their base. And
Oh no, they try to back right away in the jungle.
very good job for SDSU to stop these backs here. And yeah, that Oren is up, but he is getting bullied by the Janna.
the Janna is not letting him move. The
And
game is over at
Yeah,
this
so
point.
that should be game. SDSU is just hard shoving this.
You hate to see it. Such a close game.
Very good.
DSU never with an actual lead, but it was always even.
Yeah, very close.
One singular fight in the middle of the game.
They actually gave up because they ran out of minions here.
I guess it's not over yet.
We're still in it.
We're still in it.
It's not over.
Dragon in 240.
Yes. I will state though that DSU has done a whole lot better job. Not just going aggressive like they're 20k up.
Yeah.
They did a whole lot better time this game just playing towards the game state and not acting like they are ahead. They've definitely played a whole lot smarter, picked a whole lot smarter fights. And this game has been looking a whole lot better for DSU.
Yeah, that is definitely for sure.
So we do have one person with upgraded item, and it looks like it is Ezreal right now. I'm assuming he'll probably go for Ari next level, and then probably if we get that far. And then Nautilus being the last Orin upgrade. Ezreal ulting doing quite a bit of damage, half health with the Janna. A lot of damage.
Yeah. I mean, like we said in the pregame, we talked about that these two teams, one was an early game, mid-game comp, and one was a scaling late. And DSU is looking to scale They have survived till 26 minutes. They don't have much left of a base, but they still have a base.
They still have a base.
So they are scaling.
As long as you have one Nexus tower,
And they're
you have
going
a
to go
base.
for this Graves. Not enough, though.
Orin ulti coming out, hitting the Graves, but nothing else is happening from it. Not that long of a cooldown. It's kind of whatever. Other than SDSU is going to be pushing out bottom lane here, so might become an issue. So I'm just gonna zoom out a bit here so we can see the entire action.
Going for a 1-1-3 right now.
Yeah. I mean, might as well, because DSU is going to have to worry about these super minions coming into the base here.
Yeah. Luckily, they only have to defend one turret. That's what they wanted, though. They let the other one die because they only wanted to defend one. So.
Yeah.
Dragon's up in 25. DSU, they have to go for this.
And say Oriana's coming down here.
Oh, the hook from, or the flash from Bruja, but the flash from Oriana as well. DSU's kind of looking to. SDSU's trying to end this game, basically.
Yeah,
right here.
they're playing this
DSU's got to fight.
really slow and really safe, just to try to take out this inhib. As Orange going down in the back line. Oriana coming down, and yeah, that looks like that is going to be game here.
I would have loved to see DSU just pick an area and just go for a 5-on-3 or
Yeah.
something there. They kind of just bled from all spots and taking 1v1s, 2v2s, 3v3s. So DSU, they do end up losing 2-0 in this Week 5 matchup against SDSU. But SDSU is a very good team and is undefeated in the CCL so far.
So far.
So they, very good team. Hats off to them. Great series from them. But we did get to see DSU improve. Both of those games were competitive for a decent amount of time, both games. And last time that these two teams played, SDSU stomped all the way through both games.
Yeah.
So they might not have won a game or anything, but they made improvements, and we're looking to have those improvements going into playoffs whenever those happen, and the LAN event. And hopefully, if these two teams match up again, DSU can do something more.
Yeah, definitely. It's like you were saying, even from the first week, DSU has just shown a lot of improvement, and there's a lot of great stuff to take away from those games. Just overall, like you've mentioned, that second game, SDSU just taking as much farm as they can in Nunu's jungle, just to try to stop the Ornn and the Nunu from getting any farm. And little stuff like that just allows SDSU to keep this gold lead and just keep them ahead. But very good stuff to take away from that game for DSU. Also making those games really competitive, especially that second game, being pretty close for the first probably 15 minutes.
It was about 16, 17 minutes.
Yeah.
Honestly, it all comes down to the one fight, and DSU got caught off guard. And I'm not sure if
pinchered.
I mean, you can't even say they should have swept that specific area or anything. They just kind of thought that they could just get a tower, and SDSU did not want them to get that tower for free. They were able to get the engage they wanted, and they got the timing of Baron coming up along with Rift Herald down. I mean, it was just the worst timeline that could have happened for them. So it just happens sometimes.
It's also partly because SDSU used a ward I've never actually seen before. And honestly, I actually liked it because it gave them quite a bit of vision, as it gave them the entire opening of river and jungle by mid lane there, but wasn't able to be picked up by any control wards because it's too far away and slightly past the wall. So that's something I'm probably going to talk to the team about using as a ward, because that was a really good ward option. That's where Graves actually TP'd from in that fight where he did pincer and instantly blow up the Ezreal. So really good job on SDSU there. I don't know where that ward placement came from, but I'm going to steal that. You didn't hear that from me, though. Anyways, great games. 2-0 victory to SDSU. Still a lot of great stuff to take away for side of DSU, showing great improvement. But unless you have anything else to say.
Nothing else except for Wednesday night.
Yeah.
We have a Rocket League is playing 2 matchups this week, I believe, on Wednesday night and Friday night.
What about Tuesday?
Tuesday is not happening.
Okay, Tuesday is not
Reschedules.
happening.
And Thursday night is actually going to be SDSU versus DSU Valorant.
Hmm?
So you will want to tune into that. It should be a really good rematch. SDSU has gotten better. Of course, DSU we also like to improve as well. So should be a fun series. But yeah,
Also tomorrow, I mean not Wednesday. Wednesday will probably be Smash instead of Rocket League. Since that is scheduled. I don't know when Rocket
You're
League
right,
is.
you're right.
Check our socials. Follow our Twitter, everything. Stream updates get posted, and yeah. I think that's about it.
Yep, that's it.
All right. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I'm Colby,
I'm Caleb.
and we'll catch you guys later.
See ya.